Next.
So I will continue on with the inter-university competitions. So similar to Eng Games, there is the Quebec Engineering Competition, the QEC in English, or the CQE, the Compétition Québécoise d'Ingénierie in French. It's another inter-university competition in Quebec. The difference is that this is basically the precursor to the national Canadian engineering competition. And so the competitions are a little bit similar to Eng Games, but they're a little more. There's a little less of them, but they're more concentrated. So like it's really calling towards your skills. Really, it's a little bit more formal, perhaps. Like so, there's junior design, there's senior design. Those again are like the design projects that I mentioned before. So you have like about four. Actually, the senior design you have all day, so you have about 24 hours to create a robot that will complete a task and go through a concourse. And I just want to quickly mention Concordia.
You have 12
Concordia
hours.
got, hmm?
You
Yeah,
got
12 hours.
12
Thank you.
hours. Yeah,
12 hours.
overnight.
Thank you, Benzi. So Benzi actually was a part of the team from Concordia that went and won second place at the CQI, which is amazing on its own. And because of that, they were invited to go to the national competition. Usually for competitions, it's first and or second, depending on the comp. And so they went and represented Concordia on the national stage, and they actually won first place in all of Canada, and they really put Concordia on the map because senior design is by far the most challenging of the competitions at the CQI. So congratulations to them, and they get to officially put on their CV that they're the best engineers in Canada. Yeah, so again, there's other competitions. It's really open to first years too. Strongly recommend it because there's junior design competition as well, where you're doing it all in the during the day, and it's really simple robots, really simple stuff. So it's for example, it's like making a robot that could throw a paper plane, or making a robot that could just go in a straight line and not waver. And they're giving you like foam, and sometimes there's pencils and servos. So it's super friendly to beginners, and it really introduces you into the realm of doing design competitions. ENGLympics, actually, which is hosted by the ECA, is the precursor to CQI, and they host ENGLympics usually during the fall semester to see who is the team that Concordia will bring to CQI. So they're basically doing mini competition version of all the competitions hosted at CQI, and CQI was hosted at Concordia last year, by the way. That was pretty cool, first time in a while. Other competitions at CQI, other than the design ones, there's a programming competition, there's a consulting competition, as well as a competition called re-engineering, where you're taking like an old, disused thing usually and giving it a new life. So you're engineering something new for it, which is pretty cool. As well as scientific communication and debating. I think 2 or 3 years ago, it was 2017. Yes, in 2017, Concordia actually won the CQI in debating, and then they went and got second place in Canada for debating, which was pretty cool. So yeah, great for students of all skill levels. For you Froshies, I highly recommend you go and try it out, especially the ENGLympics, because it's right here in Concordia. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there.
Hopefully we have people who succeed, Benzi. People that you think are worthy.
It's all about trying, man.
That's true. That's true. Honestly, any participation is encouraged. It doesn't really matter. It's the passion that we look for. If you have that drive just to be there and do things, you're more than welcome.
And you'll have tons of resources and seniors to help you out with everything. We're more than welcoming. Yes, a lot of competitions, Evan.
Yeah, well, and we actually have a lot more to get through, and we're closing in on time. So, Abby, let's go.
Right. So I'll be really brief about this because we did speak about this earlier. So IAC's Industry Week, it was our first initiative to kind of do Industry Week was last year, and it was a huge success. It's a week full of events such as panels, workshops, networking, and competitions, of course. And the closing ceremony was kind of like a networking event with the professionals that participated during the week, and as well as the students that participated during the week, plus revealing the winners of the competitions during the week. So the competitions that we focus on are the case, simulation, theoretical. That's what we did last year. And this year we're also including technical. And like mentioned, the winners usually compete at the IAC National Conference. And this week is kind of a great way to kind of touch on different topics of engineering and computer science. And as I said, it's open to all Concordia students and even non-Concordia students if they are interested as well. We do market it that way. And one thing that's really interesting about this year is that we are hoping to collaborate with Polytechnique and SAS, so it's going to become an inter-university kind of event. So we're really looking forward to that, and you guys should definitely look into it and just think about which ones you could participate in and which ones you don't want to participate in. And this picture shows an example of what we did last year. So we collaborated with so many different companies: Accenture, Canada Post, Microsoft, Genius Solutions, Bombardier for a plant tour. So it's really a great way to just get to know different companies and what they do.
Our plant tours might be a little bit complicated this year because due to these unprecedented times. But we're planning some really cool stuff for you guys. So stay tuned, follow us, please. The national conference.
Yeah, the national conference, just to be brief again, so this is a conference that happens over a weekend, and it's over 400 students that participate from over 10 universities across all of eastern coast of Canada. So this is a huge event, and this is a great way just to get to know so many people, find so many opportunities across Canada, meet new professionals, look at what you want to do in the future, because there's so many different topics that can be brought up during the conference. And the winners of industry participate at Concordia, and graciously last year, Concordia won the first place for simulation competition, as we mentioned before, and we also won second place for the case competition at the conference as well. So this is a very prestigious two competition, so it's really amazing, and Concordia was actually up there and putting everyone to shame. I'm joking, but no, in a sense where they worked hard, and we work hard with all of our competitors. So it's a great way to just network with the judges, and it's a great way to find internships as well. So definitely check it out.
What a flex, Abby, what a flex. ENGCOM.
Yes, I will keep this short and sweet. So ENGCOM this year, we have two main events for Concordia students. So how we structure our competition is we have a mini competition, which is an internal case competition only for Concordia students. And we are collaborating with a JMSB committee called CASA Cares. They are a charity association, and that will be held on October 3rd this year, and it's called the Global Community Case Competition. So if you check out our socials, that's what it will be under to register for it. And that competition is going to be a 6-hour case followed by a presentation and Q&A, and that day is also going to be followed by a panel discussion with some industry professionals. So the winners of that mini case competition actually get trained up until our international case competition, which is held in February. So it's the week of February 22nd to 27. And unfortunately, it's going to be online this year, but we are still trying to bring the experience online. So we'll be doing a bunch of workshops, networking events, panel discussions, etc. And hopefully once, if it's not online in the next years to come, it's a cool opportunity to have networking cocktails, go to galas, dress all fancy, meet industry professionals, and just have a good week overall.
Sounds dope as hell. I want to dress nice. Tchotsky.
So yeah, Tchotsky. So Tchotsky is a national bridge building competition hosted by the Building, Civil, and Environmental Engineering Department, and it's been held since 1984. So it's been long and running. So that's really amazing, and it's a 3-day competition which involves assembly period where you're actually working on whatever bridge you're trying to create, the presentations, networking events, and a closing ceremony, of course, to announce the winners. And this model bridge is built only using the popsicle sticks, toothpicks, spike glue, and tinsel floss. So it's just really testing all of your technical skills in the competition, and it's just a great way to meet new people and just have fun. So yeah, of course, this is the dates from last year. I'm not sure when it's happening this year. It's to be updated. So just keep an eye out. We'll be giving information about Tchotsky, so you could go check it out if you're interested in it.
All right. Next one, GNCTR. So this is the Great Northern Concrete Toboggan Race, where student groups build a toboggan out of concrete. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like a sled, right? And part of the requirements of it in this competition is that it has to hold 5 riders. Obviously, it has to be made out of concrete. You have to be able to steer it, and it has to have its own braking system. If you're interested in this, you can look at the information in the document that we're going to be sharing. So we're sharing both the presentation and the document with all of their contact info in the Discord related to this event. So you can go there to find this stuff. And I want to keep this quick because I want to give you guys the Q&A. Now there's the CNCC. I really don't like how many C's are in there. It's the canoe concrete building competition, where a bunch of different groups of students from different universities build a concrete canoe. And this is a very difficult thing to do because some of the requirements, and it's tested on these 3 aspects listed here. It's weight, ability to float, and speed. It has to be able to hold 4 riders, and there's a couple of bonus points that they give out depending on certain criterias. And one of them is if it still is afloat, if you fill the canoe, the concrete canoe, up with water, which is just insane to me. They have a specific lab at Concordia in the basement of H building. I don't know when you're gonna get to see that, but when you get to, it'll be a fun sight to see. It's very impressive. CS Games.
So hi guys, Matt here again. So I'll just be going quickly because we are running a little bit out of time. We know you guys have been here for a while. So the computer science games, it's basically similar to the engineering games where it's an inter-university competition. The host changes every year. There's tons of different competitions at the games themselves, such as website design, algorithm challenges, hardware hacking. Again, hacking in the sense that not like hacking into the mainframe, and compiler competitions. So there's also this thing called the Puzzle Hero, where it's basically throughout the entire 4 days at the games, there's like tons of little challenges, such as taking photos of stuff around the university or the city, as well as the little programming competitions. So it's overall a really fun time if you are in computer science or related fields. Usually there's 2 teams that go and participate, an A team and a B team. SCS, by the way, is the people who are hosting this, so go and contact them for more information. A team is usually there to like compete and win, and that they're really trying to go for gold, while the B team is there to still compete, still have a good time, but it's really like beginner friendly. And if you don't have like the perfect programming skills, it's a great way to explore the entire CS games and all the side competitions. So really, it's a competition for people of all skill levels, and I highly recommend you participate if you are in computer science and or related fields. And of course, there's themes and social events throughout the entire thing, similar to the engineering games. And hacks. So, oh wait, Gabby, you're going to talk about the hacks? Go ahead.
Okay, so hacks and hackathons. So this is, a lot of you were asking questions about this. So these are programming competitions that last about 24 to 48 hours. It really depends on what kind of competition it is, and the team size really varies. And as Matt said, the hacking is not like you're hacking into like NASA or Google, but it's more of like you're building a project, you're trying to see if it fits to the constraints that they're given and the theme that is chosen by a company or like the competition itself. So it really depends. And something that's really great about hackathons is that there's so many companies or like startups that come and they actually look for new recruits. So it's a great way to get an internship or a job in the future because they're always headhunting during these events. And another great thing about hackathons and all kinds of events like this is that there's always free food, free swag, there's great prizes for winners. And during the competition, you just get to mingle and network with so many different people. And it's just a great way to stay connected during the hackathons.
Hype. Finally, Q&A. We literally have 1 minute left. So let's go. I'm not going to open up the chat because I'm going to keep this up. But Matt, I don't know. Is anyone writing anything? Is anyone trying to say anything?
So we've been answering most of the questions in text as they've been popping up. One of them was, do these competitions open to graduates was a question. I know there is like the scientific communication at CQI, which is open to graduates. I'm not familiar with the rest of the competitions if they are actually available to graduate students. So contact the Graduate Student Association to see what you could get involved in, or just contact the organizers of the individual competitions one by one to see what you can do.
You can send me an email for the graduate competitions if you
Yeah.
like.
Also,
With that,
to be fair,
by
ECA
all
is
means,
the
go over if there's
undergraduate.
questions from the crowd.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I can refer them to the right place. By all means, feel free to, if there's questions, take them. Like we're here to help. So go ahead if you like.
The only limit is time. Some of them are happening this way. I don't think that's a question.